Good afternoon. It is The Link with Jempa and Lexi. You know how we do it every Tuesdays right here on Hot FM. We get to have a good conversation with our good friends over at Madison Life Insurance. And obviously it is Women's Month. And today, being the best life insurance providers in Zambia with their goal of protecting us all the way, we are joined by Madison Life Insurance to find out about who they are and how they are celebrating women this special month. Today, we are joined by Mrs. Agnes N, Chakonta, who is Managing Director for Madison Life Insurance Company Zambia Limited. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us today. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
All right, great. Now, before we get into the discussion, tell us about yourself and what you do as Managing Director at MLife.
I'm Agnes Chakonta, the Managing Director for Madison Life. I've been there. I think I've done 30 years service.
What?
Risen through the rank.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. Unbelievable. When
6 years short of my actual age.
But it's been a good journey.
Yeah.
I've seen Madison through and through, so we're there. And in terms of my role, being the managing director, it's quite vast and wide. But in summary, I would say I'm basically the vision carrier, carrying the vision for the shareholders and wanting to have it implemented and achieved at the end of the day. So it involves achieving our goals, our targets, managing partners, various stakeholders, and ensuring that their needs are being met, and also ensuring that we are in the environment and creating a mark there and achieving our goals.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. You truly are the vision carrier there. And of course, obviously, now just to quickly to dive into today's discussion to begin with, it's Women's Month, and what does Women's Month mean to Madison Life Insurance, and how are you celebrating it?
Women's Month for Madison Life means taking time just to pause and reflect on what we've done and achieved as women, in particular as an organization, recognizing the distance, the place where we are and where we're coming from. For this year, we were really looking back and saying, 30 years down the line, where are we as regards women empowerment, women involvement in the organization and the activities, and we've made a lot of progress. So we are happy. And then after that, we're also recognizing the achievement and the work that the women have been doing. In particular, just recognizing the female gender, the women gender, recognizing them, paying attention to them and treating them nicely, giving them a treat, I'd say. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
All right, perfect. Now, when we hear Women's Month, we now hear everybody talking about women empowerment and uplifting fellow women. What or how does Madison Life Insurance contribute to the empowerment of women, both within your company and also in the wider community?
Within MLife, empowerment means giving opportunity to women. That's the starting point. So we're an equal employer. We always employ women who are qualified for the position, and then we also give them equal opportunity for development in terms of training and other facilities that would just empower them so that they achieve their goals. We also want to recognize them as a special gender in the sense that we know that they have peculiar challenges that may be unique from those of the men. So we always provide solutions to them and opportunities that meet them at that point of need. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, earlier you spoke about you've spent largely 30 years at MLife. You've seen it grow to where it is today. Now, there's issues to do with sometimes patience when it comes to career paths. What advice would you give to young women aspiring to build, a successful career, especially in insurance?
Okay. To start with is to get the right qualifications. The young women out there should work hard, get the basic requirements that you need to get a job. Get a job in insurance. Normally, any degree will open you up for any opportunity. Even a diploma qualification should be able to open you up. And when you go in the insurance industry, there are various roles that you can play. So one has to identify their strengths, their talents, and get a role where they know they'll be able to perform. And with that, you should be able to improve on yourself, empower yourself through studies. You should get the right qualification, and these are professional qualifications that will be able to empower you to perform your role to excellence. And one should be hardworking. And I also want to say one should be patient. At times we just want to get to the top, but we should realize that it's a career path, it's a growth area. So you need to start from somewhere and see yourself growing. And you remain focused. And with hard work, resilience, you should be able to get there.
Nice.
Absolutely. We are speaking with Mrs. Agnes N. Chakonta, who is Managing Director from Madison Life Insurance Company, Zambia. Now, they are the best life insurance providers in Zambia. And speaking of that, how important is it for women to have life insurance?
Life insurance is important for everyone, but in particular for ladies, because normally we are the ones holding the family together.
Right.
And insurance normally comes in to play a role where when you suffer loss, it gives you a starting point in life. So looking at it from that angle, I think every woman should have some form of policy, which is a risk mitigation factor, be it a funeral policy, be it a medical insurance, whatever it is, be it property. You can even insure your house, because what you're saying is, should I suffer a loss, I should have a starting point. Then also insurance helps you to accumulate funds. It's more of a savings as well. It's got a life component, but it also has a savings component. So with a life policy, the likes of endowments, you'll be able to save up money, and it will give you that capital which you need, which you can now take and invest and grow your business or whatever dreams you have.
Okay, now you've spoken about some of the products that are available, but since we're in Women's Month, are there any specific insurance products that Madison Life Insurance offers that every woman should have?
Yes, we do have. I think every woman should have an endowment policy, because that one helps you to accumulate funds and help you to build up resources that we can now use to reinvest. You should also have a health insurance policy for your family, because you want to have a healthy family. I think those are must have. And then for our dear mothers, we do have baby products, like Madison Baby Present. Imagine you give birth to a child and you start with a policy. By the time they get to age 18 years, you would have accumulated quite a bit. And you can give it to them as a present as they go into university. You can even pay for their school fees. So that's another product that you can have. We also have education policies. Every mother wants to have their child educated, and that's a starting point.
That does sound very, very empowering. Now, any last remarks you would like to convey to women during the Women's Month?
From Madison Life, MLife, we wish you a good month, splendid month. Enjoy it and take time to reflect as women, where you're coming from and where you're going. Also appreciate what you've done. I know at times we're always pushing ourselves to say, I can do better, which is good, but also it's good to pause and see what we've done. I think we've achieved quite a lot, and each one of us have got different roles and areas in which we are excelling and doing well. So at the end of the day, we are all winners. So I wish everyone to appreciate that and then see what they can do better, so that next year when they look back, they would have achieved something greater.
Awesome. We've been speaking to Mrs. Agnes N. Chakonta. She is the Managing Director at Madison Life Insurance Company Limited, and she came through to just share with us everything that Madison has, especially for Women's Month. But then, before you walk out, we usually have a question that we play around with on the show. And I thought I could just dig your brain on this one. It's very easy.
Okay.
From you.
Yes.
What would you rather have, looking back at everything? Would you rather be rich in a job you hate, or broke in a job you love? Which one would you go? Rich in a job you hate, or broke in a job you love?
Yeah. broken a job.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Passion comes first.
Seems like an easy one. But anyway, thank you still for coming
Because
through.
you love what you're doing.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for coming through. So there you have it, and that's all we have for you today. So for more information on how you can actually get to sign up for a policy or to make an inquiry with MLife, simply call 4440, that's 4440, to speak to their customer care executives who are always ready to save you. And please don't forget to visit Madison Life Insurance's Facebook page. They're also on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And that means you also get to stand a chance of winning different prizes from the many promotions that run over there. So thank you so much for listening, and remember to choose Madison Life to protect you all the way.